How's it going, Celtics fans? Today's video, I wanted to cover some of my thoughts on today's media day. One that was very anticipated with the recent Ime Udoka suspension and obviously the Rob Williams injury news coming up days before that as well. Um, Speaking of Rob, it does look like he'll be out for longer than projected. Looks like probably close to 3 months. I would imagine we won't see him until the following calendar year for sure, and I would not rush him back. Hopefully, the Celtics can hang in there. They probably have no choice, obviously, to do that. Luke Cornet's might get some playing time, which I'm not too excited about, but hopefully Horford can stay relatively healthy. And he did say he plans on playing in back-to-backs this season, which not a huge fan of. I just really wish the Celtics could hold him off as much as possible, just keeping him energized for the postseason and hopefully a long run to back to the finals. I do hope Grant Williams has taken a bigger leap this year. He seems to be getting better and better every season, so I look forward to see what he can do this coming season. He did fizzle out after that successful series against Milwaukee, especially after that Game 7. He just was not the same player. Hopefully he can bottle that up and kind of use that for motivation for this coming season, because the Celtics are going to need it. Obviously, the biggest news of the day was most of the players kind of blindsided by Ime's suspension. Jason Tatum said he learned from Twitter that he was suspended, and this is kind of just a weird situation. Obviously, they don't know much of why he was suspended. They probably know as much as what we do. They probably, I would say, know more. It's probably just like any work environment. There's probably a lot of gossip and rumors going around of what happened, and some of those are probably true for them, since they're in that work environment and we're not. It does make sense why they wouldn't know a lot. These kind of situations are very serious in other work environments. I know this is the NBA and things like that seem to be a little bit different than everybody else's regular 9 to 5 kind of job, where most people in my line of work or anywhere where I've worked, if they had a relationship of this nature, they would have been terminated most likely. If not, if it was a possible transfer of some kind. But anyways, didn't know what to expect from our new, I guess, head coach, Joe Mazzulla. I did like him. I did think he had a pretty good presence in his press conference. I think he answered everything correctly. I think he was very confident in those answers. I felt that was different from a year ago with Ime. I know he turned that around and was a great coach for this team. I felt he was a little soft on the mic and a little bit just not too comfortable talking to the public. As for Joe, I felt like he did a great job. He seemed just knowing exactly what he wanted to say, felt confident in saying those answers, and I like that about him. So hopefully that translates well for this team. They all feel confident that they can pull it off. They can get back to the finals and finish the job. I think that was the theme of the day. They all did seem a little bit off with this Ime thing going on. I think more blindsided, but just shows you that this team needs to rally around each other. And I feel like Joe was saying he basically is going to use the same game plan, which is ideal since it did work last year for the most part. Just two wins away from the championship. So hopefully him being on the sideline like that, he has a different perspective and can come in and do some tweaking. But it just sounds more likely that they're going to use the same playbook and same kind of schemes, which why not? You have the same personnel, you have the same players, so why not keep that going with some minor tweaks along the way, and especially with the new talent on this roster. So that's pretty much all I have. The team just seemed very off with the Ime news, and hopefully that doesn't have some kind of poisonous effect for this team this season. Hopefully they find some, something to rally around and kind of go through that adversity and come out the other side as champions. Hopefully they can fill in some of the roster spots they need to. Hopefully some of these guys in camp play better than we expect, and we'll see what happens through the next week with preseason starting and training camp tomorrow. So stay tuned.